Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to Dune Spice Wars. The game is paused right now because we just want to go over the current state of the game. Right now we are taking our second province called Dam Alfir, where we have our second spice field. So this is going to be extremely important in ramping up the production and meeting our quotas. Right now we need to pay 280 spice to the Imperium in about 8 days. We can easily do that, but after that they want even more, and at that point I don't think we will be comfortable still in paying that. So this is definitely a very important place to take. Meanwhile though, we are being attacked by raiders from sieges up to the north. We have 3 people over here. We have a ranger, an artificer who throws grenades and does area damage, I think. Apparently causes disoriented, minus 10% power and plus 10% damage received, so that's not great. And then of course we have a raider himself. They all get that, I guess. Alright, anyway, they're trying to take this province away from us, so I have rerouted 2 of my rangers from down here to go over there, and as soon as they catch up with this guy, I'm going to send him up as well. Unfortunately, we don't have any other troops, and we don't have so much water that I think I can afford another unit. And anyway, it's going to take some time to train. Yeah, maybe there's another area that we could take somewhere close by that allows us to build a good output of water, because it's all wind strength 4, 2. It's like all pretty bad, except for this place, Pelil, which is already a place where we are producing water, so that doesn't help us. Lamrak might actually be able to help us, and this might be a good opportunity actually to do the peaceful annexation. It is going to cost us 15 days. It's going to cost us 5 water, but we do have the Ikas envoys. We need to do this within 13 days. So that's going to be taking too long in order to be able to get 200 hegemony. So I think we need to do that with military troops. Anyway, let's unpause the game here and let it start running. We could build water somewhere else in the meantime because we need it, and then we could train some extras. It's a little bit slow there. Not sure why I have that slowed down, but let us train another trooper. Meanwhile, just putting some water here so we can actually afford a trooper and take on another province. It's going to be quite important. Now let's see, we need 4 fuel for a refinery. There we go, that is a problem. Alright, so we are going to have to take this province so that we can make more fuel, for sure. Meanwhile, these guys are still being bombarded. Actually, that causes them to attack Arrakeen, so the siege here would be lifted pretty shortly. That is good.
At your service, sir.
And these guys are fully healed up. They can also start heading up north.
We're focused. Received.
So they will go there to help out. Meanwhile, yeah, there's not much we can do here. These guys are going to stay on this corner of the map. What is this? Manpower production 1. Interesting, because there's no building here. But apparently we have that. Let's see, villages on the siege, Arrakeen now as well, apparently.
Yes,
Meanwhile, in 3 days we will be voting for industrial regulation, plus 30% plascrete upcreep for an elected faction, de-escalation, all faction infiltration levels are reduced by 2, that would suck, and scientific congress. Military development completion speed is increased by 50%, so that will be pretty nice, but...
At your service, sir.
Alright, it seems that we have taken care of business down here. Which means I will let these troops heal up, and then all 4 of these are going to take Tatlat up to our northeast. Is there even a town? Oh yeah, there's a town over here. Okay. There's an ornithopter not doing anything. So he's going on towards the next area. We have another deep desert over here. Now the wind strength here is crazy, but we cannot colonize it. And anyway, our troops would die if we were to enter it. So yeah, that's a no-go. Right, and one day we will have this. The Landsraad Council is almost done. We also have almost our 5th agent. Meanwhile, knowledge though is going a little bit slow. We are researching a lay of the land, but there's things we should be able to do in order to increase our to basically to increase it. Alright, let's attack Tatlat. And let's see, the elected faction suffers plus 30% blast creep upkeep. House Harkonnen, that would be pretty cool, but smugglers are closer to me, so it would be better for me to vote on them. And let's put in like a bunch of votes. Now we only have 92 influence, so we don't want to spend all of that. Maybe put 150 and we can support this with 1 vote, decline this with 1 vote, and then we will save up some more influence for more important moments.
Yes, listening.
Okay, you need to run, clearly. And that's well, now these guys are actually locked into combat, so... Oh, Sandworm already attracted. Come on guys, run, get out of there. Good. Alright, you need to take more distance. And then Tatlat will be ours. We can get extra fuel, which will be very useful. Or actually, let's research this one. Alright. We have an unassigned agent, we have an ongoing siege. Actually, let us start this right now, then we have our agents. Let's have a look. 20% more of every resource but infiltration. Now, what I want to get to here is a Ruckus Diplomacy. No. What I'd like to get to is crowd manipulation. It allows us to incite a rebellion in a selected village belonging to an enemy. For that we need 2 Arrakis levels and 2 Chom levels. So this agent is going onto Arrakis. Enemy operation detected. What is that? I think reducing the weakness of our people or not being able to heal up in this territory. But if we just pull them back over here, it's not a problem. We have a new village. That means we can now get the help spread culture ability. We gain 200 hegemony and lose no money. We'll leave this as it is for now. But let's see. Poisoned reserves. Yeah, drain 50% daily supply. Yeah, drain 50% supply daily. Minus 100% health regeneration. So my guys will not be able to heal up in this territory for now. But since this place is now taken, we can actually build a fuel cell factory, which gives us 9 fuel cells. That's going to take a little while to build. And I'm not concerned about this at all, doesn't impact me, but of course it does mean that we are going to have to strike back. Now, the intel that we have been gathering, 295 so far, is one of the costs we need to pay to set up these things. So we could do gear sabotage, and this is pretty good because it reduces enemy strength or power in a region. So when we try to attack something, it will be easier to do it. Meanwhile, the votes are in, the results are up, and the smugglers get screwed over with plus 30% blast upkeep. Hopefully that will reduce their ability to build. De-escalation is declined, nobody wants that. And this is supported, so that also benefits absolutely everyone. After this, that means we are going to focus on military tech. Otherwise, we're going to get outpaced by the enemy, I think. Alright, also let's take care of this one. The Arrakis infiltration agents can retrieve the flight records, which provides us with intel. Now, if we do this one, we could have sent a military unit to investigate it, and we would have gotten a scavenged ornithopter. So it's great for scouting, but it is going to be disbanded at the end of a timer, so it's a temporary reward. Not very good, therefore. Alright, let's see, we are going to take one of these rangers and we're going to send them over to this province, and we're going to keep these other guys over here. This building is almost done, which means it is almost time to build another refinery. There we go.
We are ready.
Now we can also build turrets in these territories, which is quite useful. We could unlock another slot here for 100 plascrete, and I think that will be worthwhile. What we can do is we can build a missile battery here, but what we could also do, and this is something I like a little bit more, I think, is putting in an airfield. However, it requires upkeep of 3 manpower. Right now we only have +1 manpower, and that means we will be going into the negative. That is not great, so what I want to do here is I want to open up another slot. We'll build a recruitment office right about there, in the back corner of the map. Pretty safe. Nobody's going to be able to get to it. Alright, they're researching this. We are getting the fuel cells we want, so that's good. This is being produced and almost ready. After that, our stuff will shoot up. Let's see, survival training. Because our research is now done, we get 20% more authority from a Ruckus infiltration right now, and plus 100% siege detection speed as well. So we can start interacting with the people attacking us, these raiders basically. We'll resolve that for an extra intel. Sandworm.
We're going out.
Now what you can do is you can enable an auto recall, but the downside of this is it will not produce as much spice as it is able to if you just keep micromanaging it, and it doesn't happen as often, so I feel it's okay to just do it manually. It just gets a little bit annoying when it's really busy, but this one can be deployed. We'll upgrade it with some crew as well, so it harvests more. Uh-oh.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, we have a raid coming in. That is not good. We are also losing money. Our stockpile needs to be adapted here, I think. This one is not doing anything, but it's safe to be deployed again, so that is what we will do, and then this will balance itself out. However, we are losing plascrete.
On duty. Yes.
These guys are going to have to start running. Construction here is complete, so that's good. We have the manpower we need. Now I want to build a airfield. Airfield would be good to build here in the center. Basically, an airfield can transport troops to another airfield somewhere nearby. So if we build an airfield over here, we can very quickly travel from here to here on this side of the map. And that way we can deal with incoming threats quite well.
Listening. Awaiting orders.
Yeah, we definitely need to deal with this. We have some time, it's not instant, and they might try to they're trying to liberate it, so they're not even taking control of it, but they want to go back to a neutral state, which means I would have to capture it again. That is not acceptable. So we're coming in from 2 directions at once to deal with the threat. Of course, that leaves the borders open for attack from a different direction, but I think we'll manage. Meanwhile, Dam Alfir probably should have the other airfield. So there we go. We have the ability to maneuver our troops quickly from one side of the map to the other.
Yes, sir.
He's going to have to run pretty soon, I think. Unless, actually this balanced it out. Now he's still being attacked by this troop. We need to run in. These guys are going to have to run in as well.
Atreides.
Awaiting orders.
There you go. Development, research. Research is done. Let's do something else. Unlock the command post. You can assign 1 more agent to Spacing Guilds, support drone units. I think this one, actually, ground command, is a little bit better because it gives us command points, which allow us to recruit more troops. We're currently limited by that. We could recruit 2 more, but this will allow us to get many more. Spice field detected. Alright, that is good. Way up to the north.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Now here is where the House Atreides ability comes in very useful, because if we have 173 authority, which we almost have, we could just take control of this village right now. And that could be pretty good. We could just spread out our troops like crazy.
We're full.
At your service, sir.
Right, these two guys are going to go over here.
We are ready.
These guys are going to go back up to the north. Now the only downside to the airfields is that sending troops somewhere is going to cost money. That is something we're just going to have to deal with.
Awaiting command.
Meanwhile, we
Attack!
should probably take this place because we are running low on plascrete. That's pretty terrible. So if we take this place out, we can build another plascrete factory there that is much more efficient than the average.
Ready.
And we have a council vote. Elected faction suffers 100% agent capture when an operation is detected. Alright. Not too bad. Plus minus 30% Solari upkeep for everyone. I'll support it. And architectural surveys. Main base is under architectural surveys. Plus 100% damage received. Minus 20% building construction cost. I'm going to vote on that for myself. So I got some extra votes from somewhere. I don't remember exactly where from, but you can get extra votes. This one I don't particularly care too much about. Oh! Sandworm time! I was not paying attention and I just lost a part. I just lost a unit. That's not too bad actually. For a second there I thought I lost half my troops, but yeah. That was not great anyway. Not great at all. Alright. I lost a ranger.
At your service, sir.
It's not too bad. It's one guy. It's survivable. It's yeah. Obviously though, it is not great.
Waiting for your order. On the move.
It was a level 2 one as well, I think. Level 2 ranger. Takes a little while to train them up to that level. Now what is really cool is that you also see these little transports going back and forth between Arrakeen and the spice fields. This is only happening in the places where you have those spice fields. Meanwhile, let us just very quickly build a plascrete factory to balance this out before we run out, because if that happens we will need to buy it from someone else, and that is just not great. Meanwhile, he wants to...
What do you want?
Wants us to give him 100 influence for 46 intel and 268 plascretes. I am going to decline. That is not good. Meanwhile, we could also start building one of these other things, but we don't have the plascrete to do it, and we still need a little bit more money. Alright, and our stockpile, meanwhile, we are producing plus 50 spice. 10 is going into the stockpile, and the rest is going into money.
Let's get to business.
And he wants to send us 207 gold for 103 influence. I will decline. That is not good business. And also it will disable me from sending certain... from making these choices. You know, like I still need it to invest on that vote. So that is not happening.
Ready.
I think you're
Roger
done.
that.
Yep. That was him being done. What is this? Gain 500 military experience in total, or train 3 new military units. And then we can get all the other units gain 100 experience, or receive 1 elite units near your main base directly at level 3. That would be very good. We would have to fight quite a bit though. Unassigned agents, and if I remember correctly, to get the one that I want, crowd manipulation, I need Chom infiltration. So we're putting him right there. Not even looking at his stats. Pardon me, but is there any reason why you are not defending your territory at all? Of course I can see how beneficial an invasion will be for your people. Okay, sure. Don't worry, babe. Don't worry. I've got airfields. We can send troops out wherever we need them to be. Now, Tatlat, what else do we want to build here? We could do a research hub. We can get extra knowledge, and that will speed up the production a little bit. Or not the production, but the research a little bit. Hegemony Threshold reached. We reached 5,000 Hegemony. So while under the effect of a positive resolution, gain plus 10% Solari production, while under the effect of a negative resolution, gain 10% unit power. That's nice. Nice little bonus. Meanwhile, we detected a siege. It has 8 militia to defend it, We could trade 10 water for 4 spice production. And that will also start increasing our relationship level, at which point later on we can send an emissary to start an alliance with this siege. At that point we will have minus 100% buildings upkeep in this region. That's not too great. There's an operation against me here, okay. There's an operation against me there. What is this ghost market? They're stealing my resources.
All clear.
Okay.
Okay. Sir, on the move.
That is not great, but I am going to be working on... Well, we could do the same thing actually. We could do ghost markets, we can get that. That's not a problem. We still need to wait for level 2 chum. Oh, sandworm, sandworm, sandworm.
We're going
Right
out.
there. Recall, recall. Get him out of there. Right, research is done. Call to arms. Plus 10% manpower production unlocks the heavy militia units and unlocks the warden units. That sounds pretty good. New homelands, minus 80% militia training time. Units have plus 20% power inside your territory and plus 20% missile battery power. Yes, both of these, thank you.
We're going out.
Alright, apparently the sandworm threat is already over and we can deploy this thing once again.
We're going out.
We have a construction completed over here. We have the research hub. Now we have 6 knowledge. And the siege, which we can still ignore for now. I don't think I want to do too much with that. Meanwhile, architectural surveys is active. We should be able to make an upgrade sometime soon, but we need, unfortunately, 400 plascrete. And this is where we start running low and we need to start investing a little bit more. Right, so now we have ghost markets. Let's see. Where do we want to do that? I think ghost market could be used over in this territory. And it seems our operator or our spy has not been captured in instigating this. So that's good. This will offset the balance a little bit. Alright, so we have the plascrete factory. Unfortunately, we cannot build a second one, I think. Cannot build another building of that type. Yeah, so that's not possible. Now we could start looking at investing in a specific, like in Pelil over here. We could build a maintenance center, reduced upkeep for everything. And that's worthwhile. It's in a pretty central location. Meanwhile, resolutions will be submitted for voting in 6 days. The elected faction gains 3 Landsraad guards will appear next to the main base. They will last for the duration of the resolution. These guys are very, very strong. I want them. 100% Landsraad standing losses for actions against other factions. That could be okay as well. And plus 30% manpower upkeep. I think everyone will be against that because it doesn't help anyone.
Okay, let's go. On vector.
Meanwhile, we're just continuing on with our thing. And I don't think this is going to happen. Now what we can do is we can recruit some militia over here. They just have manpower. They don't have upkeep actually. Huh. I did not realize that, but that is pretty good. Alright, let's get some ranged militia. That means when we get raided, we have a bit of a better defense. But that's pretty good. Meanwhile, we could also do some militia over in here. We'll get some ranged militia, regular militia, and maybe, well, that's 300 gold and 20 manpower. That's okay. Let's get the veteran militia.
On duty.
These guys can go
We're
over
on
here.
the move.
Because they're in the backfield, like, they don't have that much of a priority right now. The maintenance center is almost done. We should see an increase in money and other things. Plascrete upkeep in ally villages in the region and its neighbors. Times 1 max. Alright, so that's not too much. That's not too many actually. That's not too great. Thought we would get a little bit more. Alright, so now we got another raid incoming, but we have militia now set up. 2 more troops are coming in. And probably Arrakeen is also going to help out with supportive fire, so I am not worried about that one whatsoever. I think we just lost our bonus to research here, so you might want to just get rid of that one. This one continues, and then we can look at something else, but something is happening. We have combat ongoing, Sandworm detected.
We're going out.
You need to be recalled.
At your service, sir.
You need to go and help out really quick. Meanwhile, we detected a spice field belonging to the Fremen. Now the Fremen have a nice ability in that they can collect spice without attracting the attention of sandworms. That is very, very useful. Right, we're definitely putting all of our votes on House Atreides. The other ones, meh. We will decline this one. And yeah, I guess we'll do it like that. That will be a plus. We have an inactive harvester which needs to be deployed once again. We dealt with that just now. And a village on the siege.
At your service, sir.
My troops are dealing with the last of the raiders. Did I just lose another ranger? What the hell happened there? Ah, we can build a construction in my base. This is good. Economy, +3 knowledge, +30% knowledge, -30% research hub upkeep. I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and build our first upgrade in Arrakeen.
At your service, sir.
That will be nice. Yeah, and I think we just lost another ranger. Either in combat or another sandworm that I didn't pick up on. But sometimes these notifications come all at once and you have choices to make, and it's just not very, very good. Let's see, we can go with a heavy weapon squad. Dealing damage to an enemy applies disrupted until the end of the combat. Area damage, 30% chance to destroy armor. Pretty good, I'll take it. I will take it. And then we need to have a look at where we want to expand to next. Like more plascrete would be good. We could go over into this territory. It has wind strength 4, however, that's not great. This one, also wind strength 4. Wind strength 1. There's not a lot of... Like the last time I played this, I had a lot of territories with wind strength 6. Which was super, super good, because I was never looking for more water. But now, the water is going to be a bit of a problem. But it doesn't really seem to matter whether I go this direction or I go that direction. But we do have some extra things over here. We can go for this one, by the way.
Awaiting orders.
And we can even do a peaceful annexation, because there's no rush here, really. Trade request.
How can I help?
He wants us to send 101 influence, as well as a research agreement. Okay, for 2 months, and he will give us plascrete and a research agreement. The influence is more important. I will say no.
All clear. Roger that, sir.
Let's see, where are you? Should probably start researching a little bit more about what the smugglers are up to. Alright, we got Landsraad guards. That is awesome. These guys are very strong.
Ready for instruction. At your service. We're on it.
So we're doing the peaceful annexation of one place. We can start attacking this place. We do need to produce some more water. We have wind strength 5 over here. I forgot to build a wind trap apparently. That will be pretty good. I'll take it. Let's see. A high Landsraad standing gives us more votes. Ah, that's why. Basically, if we miss the Imperial tax, that is going to become a problem. And I think we need to stockpile a little bit more. The money is a bit less important in this case. We need to make sure our stockpile is sufficient. We do have enough, but unfortunately it does mean we are not stockpiling as much or enough for the next round.
Ready for instruction.
It's time to get super aggressive. We could go into enemy territory here as well. So if we take Bir Nun, then we can just do a raid on Tatlat over here. Took us a little while to get to this point, but now that we have the Landsraad guard, that will be super good. They're not affected by any negatives. They are quite powerful. Point of interest investigated. Alright, let's go ahead and resolve this. We'll choose this for the intel as well, which is super useful. As for espionage, we are level 2 here now with Chom. We can get crowd manipulation. That will be nice. Alright, we need 5 water. The water producing plant is being constructed as we speak. Pretty soon that should be available. At which point we can take Rundalus, and then we can take Bir Nun for the extra money. That will be good.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we have this guy who is done. They're in a map corner, but there's one more province over here that we haven't checked. The construction here is complete, which means we can now take Rundalus. And the siege, we're not going to... extra spice production is nice, actually. For 10 water, but that's a lot of water if we want to take Bir Nun as well. And look at that, the spice production is right there, so that's...
going out.
that would be super good, because we can deal one massive blow to the smugglers. Alright, that is being done. Mission successful. Ah, right, we have this now, that's good. The Landsraad Council resolutions will be announced in 2 days. Now we might have to do this before someone else decides that, hey, you cannot actually do that. Like we will lose standing with the Landsraad if we do it. So we'll do it now before it's announced, just to hurt their spice production a little bit. Yeah, okay, this thing needs to be redeployed. It's a nice thing that you actually have a good overview of all the troops. Alright, meanwhile, time to build another plastic factory. The research is done. We need to have a look at research in just a second. Now, eventually this is going to be multiplayer as well, so I'm just trying to not to pause, even though we can. We paid Imperial tax, the combat is going on, so research. Money would be good. +1 maximum assignable crew in harvesters. That is also very nice. Especially because, well, we only have 2 places where we are collecting.
Yes.
Ooh, get off the sand. We only have 2 provinces where we actually are making spice. So will be submitted in... Oh, did I miss? Yeah, I missed it. Landsraad losses for... Oh, they did vote for me, and I was not too late. I was not early. I was like, this was already ongoing, so I lost Landsraad standing for doing this. Ah, that sucks. That really sucks. I thought that was still ongoing. That was dumb. All right, this in 8 seconds. We'll go ahead and put this one over in the smugglers. This also gives us more intel, which allows us to do more operations, I guess. So that's good. We'll take this province. Alright, that is done and out of the way. Let us then put a processing plant down here. Hegemony stage reached 5,000 hegemony for the Fremen. They're a little bit behind us. Alright, we have the extra plascrete, 75 extra being made right now. And the new Landsraad Council, actually we haven't looked at what it's going to be, allows the training of Landsraad guard, the elected faction. We are definitely going for that one. But basically we have charters up here. Oh, that's the thing that the House of Atreides can do. Those are the charters that I was confused about earlier. Because if you look at that, we can ignore charter's prerequisites except for the necessary Landsraad standing. The charter prerequisites require us to do a certain amount of things. to be able to get them. So the unlock requirements for this is 8 out of 6 resolutions have been passed, and 72 out of 30 military units were trained in total, and we need 350 Landsrat standing. 25 command points are used in order to be able to do that. But now we can vote for that, and we can vote ourselves to be judge of the council, which allows us to train the Landsrat guard. Very, very important.
At your service.
Alright, I think it's time to go for a little raid here and make sure that these guys are not producing as much spice as we are. We should probably actually also put in siege detection. Oh, this is kind of nice though.
All clear.
Once one of these things has nothing to do, we'll just go ahead and send one of the ornithopters here so we can get a bit of extra blastcrete. It will be a good idea to actually put in like a missile battery here. It has quite a big radius, but it can defend against 2 directions. You know, like these people can attack us, these people can attack us here. We have a deep desert, so I don't anticipate an attack coming from over here quite as quickly. Wait, what? Why can only... oh, because only they have the necessary requirements to be able to do it. We will decline this and we'll do it like that. I really don't want...
We're going out.
Really don't want them to have something like that. Let's do outpost logistics. Makes it a little bit cheaper.
At your service.
Crap.
Understood.
They should have gone much further ahead. That is not good. I'm losing supply, which means we're taking damage. And we should probably do something to make sure that we don't lose as much supply as quickly, if there is another thing that we could do. Support drone. Let's just add this one, I guess, and we'll see. Oh, there's a Sandworm coming in as well. You guys need to run.
We're going out.
Alright, this thing needs to be deployed. Now, we also have manpower. We're losing a little bit, but I'm going to add a little bit more crew to this one. And we are actually being raided as well, so that's going to be interesting. I think right here we'll put a recruitment office, because we need the extra manpower. Yeah, the raid is coming in for our territory. That's not too bad. Look at that. We have this thing coming in to help us out. And we'll go ahead and defend that border. We have another spice field over here. Alright, interesting.
Sir?
Now we have one of these things not doing anything. We'll send it over there for the blastcretes. Is that another raid coming in? Which territory are these guys going to? They might be going to Tatlat over here. Landsrat Voting Council will keep voting negative on on House Harkonnen getting to that position. I definitely do not want that. Got onto the rock, people. Oh, I've sent these guys the wrong way, actually. Like they... Oh, this is going to be close. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, they're safe. That's good. And these guys are actually just passing through to raid this area, so that's also kind of nice. Make it somebody else's problem.
We're going out.
Let's also add another crew member here, so that now we are producing 60 spice in total. We are stockpiling enough. We are still getting money. And we just lost the Landsrat. The Landsrat guard. Alright, so this is declined. They actually voted 126 votes for a total of 161. We overruled that completely. There is minus 30 influence production. Ooh, and plus 30 blastcrete upkeep for House Atreides. So we are being screwed over on that front.
Waiting for your order.
We got some extra blastcrete in the stockpile though, so that's okay. Alright, well at this point we've been playing for some time again already, so I want to thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more, and I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.